Hello, I'm Secretary of Energy Ernest Moniz. I want to thank Board Chairman Art Burson for inviting me to speak and for his leadership here at NACME. I also want to recognize Dr. Percy Pierre, the first African American to receive a PhD in electrical engineering and one of the founders of this organization. I also want to thank the National Action Council for Minorities in Engineering as a whole. The work that you do has for decades helped attract minority students to STEM careers, and your scholarships help them pay for the education they need to join your ranks. All of us in the energy field, public, private, academic, benefit from the pipeline of talent that you provide. NACME ranks at or near the top in terms of impact on college-level minority education. I've enjoyed the opportunity to work with NACME in the past, such as when I served at the Office of Science and Technology Policy, and I welcome this opportunity to re-engage. I very much regret not being able to deliver these remarks in person, but as you know, the Congress has not been able to provide funding to the federal government, so any activities are restricted until Congress carries out this responsibility. In thinking about these remarks, I thought back to a small book that made a big impression on me, The Existential Pleasures of Engineering by Sam Floorman, first published in 1976 when I was a young academic. I won't rehash Floorman's argument for engineering as a great profession, one that addresses the human impulse to shape our environment for both public and private benefit and satisfaction. But I would highlight one point from the book, one that I felt very much during my MIT career, the democratizing power of engineering as a profession. As so many of you know, engineering in this country has long been an important pathway for social mobility, a ticket to the middle class for those willing to work hard and pursue the American dream. The existential pleasures undoubtedly drove me to spend my last decade at MIT in the Engineering Systems Division. This is an exciting time for the energy world. In the last 5 years, we have seen domestic energy production surge. Oil imports are at the lowest level in 20 years, and natural gas production is at its highest point ever. We've also seen the production of clean energy rapidly expand. Renewable electricity generation from wind, solar, and geothermal sources has doubled, and carbon emissions have fallen to the lowest level in the U.S. in nearly 2 decades. The cost of solar, wind, LEDs, and electric vehicle batteries has fallen dramatically, and deployment is sharply up. We are at an inflection point on the issue of energy and climate change. This is not only an environmental issue, it's a multi-trillion-dollar global business in the making. Markets are forming around the solutions we need to generate clean power, around the wind and solar industries, around nuclear and natural gas and advanced fossil fuels. It's an opportunity for America to lead. However, we can't address the challenge and opportunities unless we have the very best and brightest in this country working on these issues. And the American economy won't be able to compete in the global marketplace unless we ensure that the next generation of scientists, engineers, technicians, entrepreneurs, and others are the most qualified that the U.S. has to offer. It's no secret that women and minorities are underrepresented in the energy field. Hispanics, African Americans, and American Indians make up 24% of the overall American workforce, but they account for only 9% of the workforce in science and engineering. Right now, women and minorities make up 70% of college students, but only 45% of undergraduate STEM degree holders. And today, the majority of young children are minorities. Economists expect 2.4 million job openings in STEM between now and 2018. These are good-paying jobs, and we need more women and minorities ready to fill these positions. We all need to do more to engage with women and with minority communities. This is a business imperative, a diversity imperative, and a moral imperative. This is why when I arrived at the Energy Department, I directed our department to launch the new Minorities in Energy Initiative, along with our Director of Economic Impact and Diversity, Dot Harris, in the driver's seat. This program seeks to inspire underrepresented Americans to pursue careers in energy and support their advancement into leadership positions. Later this fall, the White House will host a briefing to introduce 20 new Minorities in Energy ambassadors. These will be senior-level leaders pushing for inclusion, access, and engagement by minorities in the energy sector. These ambassadors will also help us launch the second part of this program, the Minorities in Energy Awards. These annual awards will highlight individuals who are advancing minority participation in the energy sector. I had the privilege to serve on the MIT faculty for 40 years with the occasional wandering off to government service. I understand the importance of a meritocracy. In science and engineering, it is crucial that people are judged based on the power of their ideas, not by the color of their skin, their age, or by their gender. This is the beauty of science, technology, engineering, and math. We must continually insist that these principles apply to hiring decisions, to R&D opportunities, and to access to leadership positions. This is why I am committed to promoting diversity and inclusion at the Department of Energy and in the energy field. President Obama has directly endorsed this focus as one that is critical for developing American talent and strengthening our economy and our society. This is why the Department of Energy is committed to ensuring that our energy workforce of the future reflects the diversity and strengths of this great nation. Thank you for all your hard work, and enjoy the evening.